Welcome everybody to a new year, a new trading year. I want to go through straight away a couple of trades that I've taken on the pound US dollar to show you exactly how you can start trading with a supply and demand strategy yourself. So first we're going to go through a buy trade I've taken and then a sell trade that I've just caught today, again off this area, which is a tested zone of supply and demand. Now everything I teach inside this video, you can learn to trade for yourself through the 4 weeks masterclass. So first let's go through the first entry and we shrink the chart away. So what we can see here in the market is we had a strong impulsive move higher. We eventually make a pullback and then we continue to go higher. Now we've left this area, this low here and this low in the market where I've got this trend line drawn. What we have here is basically stops sitting below these lows where people have bought to the upside on these two moves. Now the banks, they understand and they can see this in real time. So they know to push the market down, to remove these lows, to pick up those orders, taking those stops. That's exactly what happens when we see the market eventually pulling back and dropping down into this area here. Now, whether you want to call this a order block, an area of demand, it's up to you. But this is an area of demand for me where I've looked for price to pull back into to pick up my trade, plus a couple of pips to make sure I don't miss this entry. And we can see since the market rallied away. That's simply what my strategy is all about. I'm looking for where we're seeing this manipulation to occur, where the banks are going to take those stops to push price back into an area that's been left behind. Now we do also have this area here, which is an area of imbalance that got filled and we've dropped into this area, which is our area of demand. Now, like I said, you can call this your order block. It's an untested order block or it's your area of demand. Now, when we see price come into this area, we see the rally away, we have a pullback, which shows me this is now a potential retracement. We then have price pulling back into this area of supply, which is a tested zone. Now, right here at this level is where I've taken half of this trade. Now, I've taken half of this trade because in case I saw a reversal here to the downside, I didn't want to give all that profit back to the market. And what I've actually done instead, I've searched in here and called a confirmation entry of a 5-minute time frame. Now I'm already risk-free on this sell trade. I'm looking for price to come back to this area right here, where I'm seeing this push up on a lower time frame, leaving this area of demand behind. I'm not looking for huge profit targets. I'll go through the actual profit targets and what I was looking for in a second, but understanding the movement of price. When we broke structure, we left this area of demand. This is a potential area we could see price come back to and look for another bullish move. Now look at what's just happened in real time. We can see this previous high, price has now come back into it and we're seeing a reaction. Now this is what I see as a typical retail trader who trades with a support and resistance strategy, not a supply and demand. As a supply and demand trader, we want to see price pulling back to an area of demand, or in this occasion, we do see a nice area here of imbalance. And that could be where price pulls back into, and then we see another rally higher. So what I've actually done on this trade, I'm hedging my position. I've got this buy trade that I'm still now in with price locked below this low. This is where my stop loss sits. I've already taken my first profit target at this high. To have a quick look at what this profit target actually was, you'll be able to see that the entry from this area here in the market to this area is a 4-to-1. So my profit target was at a 4-to-1 on that first take profit target. Then my second target is just basically these previous highs. If I do see the market now rallying up to these previous highs, that's where my second profit target will be sitting on this buy trade. Now this sell trade is only a short-term sell trade. As I said, I've already taken profits on this sell trade. I'm risk-free. So if the market goes up and takes out my stops, I will not lose anything on this trade. But if price continues to fall to this area where I'm then going to look for any potential buy trades, then I'm going to be taking a nice 6-to-1 profit target out of that trade. I do believe that's what it was. We can quickly have a look to see what that profit potential would be. Looking at this high for the entry, we've got just under a 6-to-1 potential profit target. Now, as I said, we are bouncing off this area of potential previous resistance acting as support. So dropping down to a 15-minute time frame, you will be able to see we have this previous resistance tested once, tested a second time. That is where I'm looking for price to continue down, breaking these lows where we have stops sitting below this low. Remember, if you start thinking your strategy as to where would a retail trader place their stop loss, because that is where the banks are going to target. They're going to target taking out those stops to pick up those orders to go higher. Now we can even see that, and let me just go closer into this area on the chart quickly. You can even see this, and this is something that I actually teach inside that masterclass course. We have a break above that high and this high with this one bearish candle. And this is the candle that created this move to downside. Once you understand how these candlesticks can help you to find these types of trades, then it's going to become a much more simpler process for you going forward in 2022, looking for potential trade setups. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. Just going through these trades I've taken so you can see exactly what I'm looking for at the beginning of this year. This trade was caught yesterday with that push down into the area of demand. First profit target taken at the area of tested supply. Second entry on a confirmation entry with potential first target is already taken, and the potential second target is this area of demand. If we see price pulling back in, we could be looking for another buy trade back up. Now this current buy trade, I'm looking at this previous high, and that is how I am trading with a supply and demand trading strategy. So if you've enjoyed this video today, don't forget to give me that like. It's going to let me know you enjoy this type of content, and if you want to start learning in 2022 the exact same setups that I'm looking to take here, then I do suggest checking out the Forex Masterclass, as it's going to help you to start seeing the markets in the same way that I read these markets. So I'd like to wish you all the best for 2022 in your trading, and to keep watching these videos. With what's coming up next is an example exactly how I use my trend indicator with that Forex Masterclass. Oh, and before you go, if you really want to take your trading to the next level, then you need to check out my free pre-recorded webinar, link below in the description of this video, so you can start learning how you can build your account balance without blowing your account by risk and money management. I hope to see you there.